Hello, beautiful humans. Katie McKenzie, pronoun she, her. And this is a very, very quick and gentle-ish mobilization of your pelvis and their spine. So maybe at the beginning of the day, maybe in the middle of the day, maybe at the end of the day, you just want to kind of get unstuck a little bit in your body or notice what's going on, and you have space to lie down on the floor. This one's for you. So let's come lying down on our backs, coming through side lying. And then right away, I just want you to bend your knees and bring your feet together to start. So we're gonna settle in, feel the back of the head, the back of the shoulders, the pelvis, and the feet on the floor. Now, why I want you to bring your legs together at the beginning is just to give yourself a closed kinetic chain of stability so you can feel where your legs are in space. We're gonna take one nice cleansing inhale. Inhale, breathe through the nose, pass the throat into the chest, feel your entire rib cage expand. And then just a nice sigh, release, and allow yourself to settle in the floor. We're gonna engage the breath a little bit more. Inhale through the nose, pass the throat into the chest, into the ribs, expand the ribs. Maybe place your hands on the ribs to feel them expand. And then exhale, make a gentle shushing noise. Shh. Inhale, breathe into chest, into ribs, into abdominals, into pelvis. Feel the pelvic floor expand. And then exhale, lift through the pelvic floor. Feel the engagement as you lift from the outside to the inside up towards your heart. Inhale, breathe into your chest, into your ribs, into your pelvis. Feel the rectum and the perineum drop. And feel that gentle lift. Shh. Now let's just rock the pelvis. Inhale, arc the pubic bone between the thighs. Allow a nice little rainbow of the spine. Pubic bone sits below those sits bones. And then as you exhale, feel a lift through that pelvic floor. And imagine you're pulling your tailbone through your heels to contract the abdominal wall to lengthen the back body. So it's not about pushing the back down. It's about finding length in the back. And then inhale, rock the pelvis forward. Feel the abdominal wall elongate. There's still tension there. It doesn't just let go, but it elongates. And then exhale, we deepen the tension of the abdominal wall to lengthen the back body. Rock the pelvis back. 2 more. Inhale, breathe. And then exhale, shh. Now don't try too hard, not too much effort. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, feel the abdominal wall lift up and in. Again, careful, don't work too hard here. Let the glutes support the movement there. Inhale now, let's come to your neutral pelvis. Pubic bone and hip bones are in alignment. Now let's take the right hand to the ribs. Inhale, breathe, keep the pelvis in its position. Exhale, try to engage the abdominal wall a little bit more to bring the bottom 2 front ribs down towards the pelvis and melt the back of the ribs just a little bit more into the floor. But we don't want the pelvis to take any too much compromisation. Now tuck the chin into the throat, head is heavy. We're gonna do something called a hip hike. Let's bring the hands back onto the pelvis, keep those knees zipped up so the legs don't move. Inhale, breathe, exhale. We're gonna bring our right hip bone outside the body towards the right rib cage. Connect into the internal oblique, allow that little hip hike to one side. Inhale, bring it back to center, and then exhale, we're gonna go to the other side. Notice if you're sticky or tight on one side more than the other. Inhale, come back to center, exhale, go to the right. Try to relax the muscles of the neck. Inhale, breathe, exhale, lift through the pelvic floor. Think left side of the pelvic floor helps pull you up towards the left. Inhale, breathe, exhale, right side of the pelvic floor picks you up to the right. Good, back to center. Let's go over to that left, up and over to the left. Back to center, hold to center. Let's release those hands from the pelvis, place them on the floor, heel to those feet, hip bone distance apart. But I want you to really try to maintain that alignment like 2 railroad tracks of the legs. If that feels difficult, like the legs are wobbling, bring them back together to help stabilize. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, we're gonna find that beautiful imprint. So we scoop out the abdominals, lengthen the tailbone through the heels, hold. Now imagine you're pulling those heels towards your glutes so the back line of the legs can really help support. Inhale, breathe. We're gonna continue that articulation and roll vertebra by vertebra all the way up. Landing on the shoulders, landing on the feet, but don't overextend. Keep that length, like the tailbone is driving through the heels still. Inhale, breathe, and then exhale. Soften to slowly roll vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Now, can you stay broad across your chest, my friends? Nice and open. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, scoop and tuck and roll vertebra by vertebra all the way back up, pulling the heels towards your shoulders, broad across the collarbones, broad across the back of the shoulder blades, and then come all the way back down. This next one, we're gonna hold it up, my friends. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, scoop and tuck, roll up. engage up, land up. So now pull those heels towards your shoulders. Strong, long arms to stay broad across the chest. Maybe bring those hands, like thumbs are coming a little bit closer together, like two little kickstands, little pulses up. Go exhale and exhale. Again, keep the rib cage drawn in, lengthen out like the tailbone's reaching through the heels, not getting too overarching in the spine. We want to keep that nice extension, length in the back body. 2 and 1. Now knock the knees together. Keep the feet hip bone distance apart. Pulse. Go for 4 and 3, 2, 1. Open those legs into a gentle V, rolling onto the outer edges of the feet. Pulse up for 4 and 3 and 2. Stay broad across the chest. 1. Bring those knees back into neutral. Hold them into neutral. Slowly lower the right hip down to the floor. Lift it up by squeezing the glute. Left hip comes down. Lift. Don't move the knees. Don't move the upper body. Lower right. Lift it up. Lower left. Getting some rotation through the pelvis. One more time. Left, up, hold. Inhale, breathe. Slowly roll vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Heel toe the feet together, nice and comfy. Get them nice and connected so we know where our feet are in space. Left hand on the left hip bone. Right knee opens into your lateral knee fold. Imagine you're pulling the right leg away. And then exhale, contract and pull it back in. Stay on that side and really think you're trying to create space in the hip joint. Keep that space as you pull the leg back in. One more time on this right side. Inhale, you open. Exhale, you pull it in. Take that right hand on. Left hand onto the floor, other side. Inhale, you open. Exhale, you pull it in. Inhale, you open. Can you get a little bit more contraction in the outer glute to help support as you pull it back in? Final one. Inhale, you open. Exhale, pull it back in. This time, both legs open. Imagine you're getting those knees pulled out to the sides of the room. Neutral, stable pelvis. Unless you're feeling a lot of sticky in your back, then you can take that gentle imprint. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Palms face towards your knees. Pull those shoulder blades away from one another like you're reaching up towards the sky. Inhale, breathe. Tuck the chin in towards your throat. Exhale, feel a lift through the pelvic floor. Like a little lever, we tuck the chin deeper in towards our throat because we start by articulating through the neck. Then we reach like we're reaching past our knees and we pull ourselves up into a nice little upper thoracic flexion. Pulse up for 3, compress the abdominal wall for 2. For 1, take your left hand behind your head, my friends. Take your right hand, just gently place it behind the back of the left thigh. Squeeze the thigh into the hand, and then a little side bend towards the right, and then back in towards the center. So that right hand behind the right thigh, pull yourself to the side, bring it back to center. Final 1, pull yourself to the side, back to center. Take that right palm, place it on the floor, and then think left elbow towards the right knee. Keep the pelvis stable, back to center. Left elbow towards that right knee, back to center. One more time. Cross the body, back to center. Now take the right hand behind the head, left hand behind the back of the left thigh, side bend. Just add a little bit of assistance. If it feels too much to have the head up, you can place it on the ground. 2 more, side bend, pelvis stays stable, back to center. 1 more, compress the abdominal wall, back to center. Hand comes to the floor, cross the body, back to center. Cross the body, back to center. 1 more time, cross the body, back to center. Both arms long, push them into the floor, help pull yourself up a little bit more. Reach, and slowly lower all the way down. Close those legs, pull the knees into your chest, sway side to side. Roll over onto your right side, my friends. Push yourself all the way up. And there you have it. A quick little mobilization of the pelvis, of the spine, a little bit of activation of the core. Have a beautiful day.